Hello everyone, this is Al, Red Sox fan, coming to you from Al, Red Sox fan YouTube channel. And we're going to try Game 3 once again after the mother of all glitches a few days ago. And if you haven't checked out that video, that's well worth the watch. This is Strategy Baseball, 1978, the Red Sox versus the Royals. Game 3 of the American League Championship Series, best of 5, what if retro replay. We have played the one-game playoff. We defeated the Yankees, and then we moved on to the Royals. The Red Sox looking to sweep to advance to the World Series for the first time since 1975, and hoping to win a World Series if they do advance the first time since 1918 in our retro replay. I'd like to thank Beatles Eternally, who's just joined us in the chat, for another great find for the community. Strategy Baseball is a free baseball game. The latest update, 7.25, is up now that you can upgrade or update to. And once again, Strategy Baseball is a free baseball game with stadiums loaded and a photo file ready to download and go. So let's get to the lineups. And hello to Beatles Eternally, as he says, "Hey Al, just stopping by to let you know that Strategy Baseball 7.25 is released." Well, we will upgrade a little later. We're going to try to get Game 3. Once again, hopefully it works and we don't have the mother of all glitches again. So on to the ball game. Let's go through the lineups. Again, the Red Sox took the first two games in Kansas City behind good pitching and timely hitting. One more win, the Red Sox will advance to the World Series. For the visiting Kansas City Royals, batting first, playing third base, George Brett. Batting second, playing first base, Pete Lecoq. Batting third, the RBI leader for the Royals in 1978, center fielder Amos Otis. Batting fourth, the designated hitter Hal McRae. Batting fifth, doing the catching, Darryl Porter. Batting sixth, the right fielder Al Collins. Batting seventh, the left fielder Clint Hurdle. Batting eighth, the second baseman Frank White. Batting ninth, the little general Freddie Podtek, and he's playing shortstop. For the hometown Boston Red Sox, leading off Rick Burleson, he's the shortstop, the Rooster. Batting second, the native of Fall River, Massachusetts, Jerry Remy, playing second base. Batting third, the 1978 MVP, Jim Rice. He's the designated hitter. Batting fourth, the cleanup hitter, playing left field, Captain Carl Yastrzemski. Batting fifth, doing the catching, Pudge, Carlton Fisk. Batting sixth, the center fielder, Freddie Lynn. Batting seventh, the right fielder, Dewey, Dwight Evans. Batting eighth, playing first base, George the Boomer Scott. Batting ninth, the third baseman, Jack Brohammer. Coach Hobson will not start defensively in this series. And if we make it to the World Series, will not start defensively in the World Series. He is available for pinch hitting duties. On the mound for the Boston Red Sox, Louis Tiant. Quality of pitches 70 out of 100, control 75 out of 100, velocity 63 out of 100, that's about 90 miles per hour. He maxes out. Endurance 100 out of 100 of 126 pitches. In 1978, 13-8, 3.31 earned run average, striking out 114, walking 57. George Brett at the plate, and the first pitch in Game 3 is on its way. Brett, 88 contact, 50 power, 59 eye, 87 bunt. In 78, he batted .294, 62 ribbies, 9 home runs. Red Sox will play their corners in. Grohamer in at third, Scottman at first. Brett digs in the left-hander's batter's box. Tiant with the corkscrew delivery, and here's the pitch. Ball game on its way. Red Sox looking for a sweep. 0-2 count, corners in. Ground ball towards Grohamer, but Fisk quickly pounces on it and throws to first. Nice play by Carlton Fisk on a slow roller. 1 down. Stepping to the plate, first baseman Pete Lecoq. 92 contact, 48 power, 52 eye, 73 bunting. 295 and 78. 48 ribbies, 5 home runs. Fisk sets the target. Tiant looks to the heavens. He whirls and dirls. Here's the pitch to Lecoq. 0-2 count. And Lecoq flies out to left center. Lynn makes the catch. And as he got under, the knuckle curve. So 2 outs, base is empty for Amos Otis, the Royal center fielder. 80 contact, 75 power, 93 eye, 84 bunting ability. He batted .298, 96 ribbies, 22 home runs. He was the leading RBI getter for the Royals. JD's entered the chat, moderator extraordinaire, along with Beatles moderator extraordinaire. Thank you very much, JD. How you doing? I was going to send you a message on Twitter to see how you're doing, buddy. Hope all is well. Thank you for joining us. Check out his marvelous channel. Everything A-okay with the family, JD? 2 outs, no one on. Fisk wiggles the fingers. Here's the pitch to Otis. 3-0 count. Ball 4. Knuckle curveball misses. So Otis on, an excellent base runner, 100 out of 100. Scott to hold him on. And Hal McRae steps to the plate. 2 outs, runner at first. McRae will be off. Otis will be off on contact. Hal McRae, 73 contact, 58 power, 68 eye, 79 bunt. 1978, 273, 72 RBIs, 16 homers. Royals hoping to jump out to an early lead here. Tiant with a very slow delivery to the plate. Looks over to first. Now up to the heavens. Corkscrew delivery. Here's the pitch to McRae. 0-2 count. McRae in the hole. And he lines a single to center. Otis is going to try to go first to third on Freddie Lynn's arm. That's 100 base runner versus 100 arm. Lynn will throw to Brohamer at third. And not in time. McRae moves up. And it's second and third, 2 outs. And the number 5 batter, Darryl Porter, steps to the plate. Porter, another left-handed batter. 63 contact, 67 power, 99 eye, 39 bunt, and 78, 265, 18 homers, 78 RBI. D. Scott Howard jumped in the chat. How are you, my friend? How was your walk today? Tiant in a bit of a pickle here. Got the first two runners out. Batters out. Otis walked. McRae singled. Otis went first to third. McRae advanced on the throw to third. Tiant takes a deep breath. Picks up the sign from Fisk. Corkscrew delivery. Looks to the heavens. Here's the pitch to Porter. 2 outs, 2 on. 0-1 count. Porter swings. Ball goes left side. Yastrzemski's there, and he makes the catch running towards the line. Side retired. Tiant pitches out of it. The Fenway faithful with their brooms out looking for the sweep and a trip to the World Series. Rick Burleson to lead it off for the Red Sox. On the mound for the Royals, Paul Splittorff. Quality of pitches, 63 out of 100. Control, 92. Velocity, 30. He maxes out around 83 miles per hour. He's a junker. Slow, and slowest. Endurance, 127 pitches. In 78, Splittorff won 19 games while losing 13. 3.40 ERA. Striking out 76. Walking 60. You can put the ball in play off Splittorff. D. Scott Howard says, what's the over-under on the first inning tonight? Well, no glitches so far, D. Scott Howard. Looks like it's a normal game. The glitch has been corrected. Porter sets the target. Here's the pitch to the Rooster, Rick Burleson. 0-2 count, Burleson in the hole. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. Way out in front of that breaking ball. 1 out, no one on, and here is Fall River, Massachusetts native Jerry Remy. The Rem Dog. 78 contact, 11 power, 53 eye, 83 bunting ability. Batted .278 in 78. 2 homers, 44 runners knocked in. Lefty-lefty matchup. Remy struggles against lefty-handed pitching. He's going to attempt to lay down a drag bunt. 1-1 count. Remy looking for the drag bunt. Puts it down the first base line. Lecoq gets to it and flips to Splittorff, covering the bag. So Lecoq was playing in. As once the pitch was thrown towards the plate, Lecoq came charging in from first. Nice play. 2 outs, base is empty for the 1978 MVP Jim Rice. Rice had 2 home runs in Game 2 to help propel the Red Sox to victory. They come back to Boston up 2 games to none looking for the sweep. 100 contact, 100 power, 65 eye, 63 bunting. 315 in 78. 139 runners knocked in, 46 home runs. Splittorff looks in, nods his head. Darrell Porter sets the target. Here's the pitch to Rice. 2-2 count. Rice swings. Sends the ball to the right side. White has it over to Lecoq's side. Retired. After 1 complete, no score for the top of the second here in Fenway. 2 up for the Royals. Collins, Hurdle, and White to face El Tiante, Luis Tiant. Al Collins, 76 contact, 31 power, 50 eye, 54 bunting ability, 274 batting average, 63 runners knocked in, 5 homers. Tiant nods his head. Hands to the chest, corkscrew delivery. Here's the pitch to Collins. 1-1 count. Collins swings the lumber. And that ball goes back to Tiant. He throws to first. It gets away from Scott into the dugout. A 2-base throwing error by Louis Tiant. And Collins is at second with no outs. At the plate, Clint Hurdle. Hurdle, the left fielder. 62 contact, 48 power, 93 eye. .240 bunting ability. He batted .264, 7 homers, 56 runners knocked in. No outs runner at second. Infield, outfield, normal for the Red Sox. Tiant deals to the lefty hurdle. 0-2 count. And that is a pop-up to Brohamer at third. 1 down. Tiant came high and tight with the fastball. 2 off-speed pitches, then came well inside, jamming hurdle for the pop-out. So 1 out. Collins at second. 41 out of 100 base running. Red Sox have 100 arms in the outfield. Yastrzemski, Lynn, and Evans, all 100 arms. Frank White, the number 8 batter, second baseman, 78 contact, 45 power, 46 high, 55 bunting. In 78, he batted .275, 50 runners knocked in, and 7 home runs. Beatles Eternally says good night to everyone. Good night, Beatles. Thank you very much for stopping by. And once again, tip the cap to Beatles Eternally for finding us this free baseball game. Strategy Baseball. Link provided in the chat and below on the page. Take care, my friend. 1 out. Collins at second. He takes his lead. Fisk flashes the signs. Tiant nods his head. Corkscrew delivery to White. 0-2 count. White in the hole. And he swings and misses. Knuckle curveball in the dirt. Fisk blocks it. Tags White. He is out. Collins does not advance. So 2 outs. Collins will go on in contact. And Freddie Patek, the number 9 batter, the little general, steps to the plate. The shortstop for the Royals. 56 contact, 11 power, 69 high, 73 bunting ability. He batted .248 in 78. 46 RBI, 2 home runs. Tiant 1 out away from getting around his throwing error to start off the top of the second. Here's the pitch to Patek. 1-2 count, Patek in the hole. And that ball goes to the right side. Scott's calling for it. He makes the... Oh, my Lord! It drops into no man's land. And it's going to be an error on Scott off his glove as he was calling for it in shallow right. Called off Remy. Patek cut running. He's at second. Collins scores 1-0 Royals. No RBI. Second error of the inning by the Red Sox. The first by Tiant, the second by Scott. Tiant thought he was out of it. So Patek's in scoring position for the top of the order, George Brett. And Brett is 0 for 1 today. Here's the pitch to Brett. Patek will be off on contact. 2-2 count on Brett. And he pops out to the third baseman. Side retired. We go to the bottom of the second, 1-0 Royals. Due up, Yastrzemski, Fisk, and Lynn. Captain Carl Yastrzemski playing left field. 69 contact, 64 power, 99 high, 49 bunting ability. At his advanced age in 1978, 277 batting average, 81 runners knocked in, 17 homers. Splittorff is ready to deal to the lefty, Captain Carl. Here's the pitch to Yaz. 0-2 count, Yastrzemski in the hole. Sends the ball hard to the right side and through. Line shot to right. Lead-off single. Fans applaud that. Yastrzemski tying run at first. Go-ahead run at the plate with Carlton Fisk. Pudge. 74 contact, 66 power, 87 high, 52 bunting ability. 284. 20 home runs, 88 RBIs. Yaz takes his lead. Not a very fast runner, 36 out of 100. Station to station with Yastrzemski most likely. Lecoq holding him on. Here's the pitch to Fisk. 3-1 count. Fisk checks his swing. Ball 4. So the first 2 runners are on. Yastrzemski moves to second. Fisk is at first. And here's Freddie Lynn, Red Sox center fielder. won the MVP and Rookie of the Year in 1975 by help leading the Red Sox to the World Series, which they would eventually lose in a classic 7-game series to the Cincinnati Reds. 82 contact, 71 power, 96 eye, 52 bunting ability. 298, 82 RBI, 22 homers. Lefty-lefty matchup. Evans is on deck. Here's the pitch to Lynn. 2-2 count. Lynn, swing and a miss. Chased the pitch out of the zone, so 1 out, 2 on for Dwight Evans. Dewey, Red Sox right fielder, 52 contact, 78 power, 90 eye, 43 bunting. 247, 24 homers, 63 runners knocked in. Evans ready to grip and rip. Splittorff looks into Porter. Nods his head. Here's the pitch to Evans. 0-1 count. Evans swings the lumber. And he pops out to short as he got jammed. So 2 outs, 2 on, 1-0 Royals. Yastrzemski and Fisk will be off on contact. And here's the boomer, George Scott. After a pretty good 1977, he struggled in 78. 48 contact, 61 power, 76 eyes, 37 bunting ability. He batted .233, 12 home runs, 54 runners knocked in. A big drop-off from 77, what was 33 homers, 95 RBI, and 269. He does hit well against left-handed pitching, though. 2 on, 2 outs. Here's the pitch to the boomer. Scott swings at the first pitch. That's a shot to left. And Patek makes the diving catch at short, robbing Scott of an RBI single, most likely, as runners are off on contact. Nice play by the little general. Side retired top of the third. Kansas City up 1-0, hoping to stave off elimination. They've lost the first 2 games in Kansas City. 2 up for the Royals. Lecoq, Otis, and McRae to face Louis Tiant. Tiant so far 2 innings, 1 hit, 1 run. He's had a 2-base throwing error, as well as Scott has a 2-base error. He failed to catch the pop-up in very shallow right field. Fisk goes through the signs. Tiant nods his head. Corkscrew delivery, looking to the heavens. He pitches to Lecoq. 1-1 count. Lecoq swings. And that's a pop-up. Burleson calls for it on the grass in the outfield, out number 1. So after 2 off-speed pitches, Tiant comes high and tight and jams him. Amos Otis steps to the plate. He walked his first time up and would score on the Tiant error. Actually, I'm incorrect. That was in the second inning. My faux pas. So 1 out, no 1 on. Here's the pitch to Otis. Full count on Amos Otis. Will he walk again? Yes, he does. Does not expand the strike zone. Very dangerous runner, 100 out of 100. Scott holding him on. McRae's at the plate. He's 1 for 1. Burleson and Remy hoping to turn 2. It's going to be tough. A lot of speed on that base path with Amos Otis. Tiant looks to first. Now he deals towards home plate and Hal McRae. There goes Otis. There's the throw down. He is gunned out by Fisk. And that's a 2nd out of the inning. And the Royals could have just run themselves out of the inning. Good job by Tiant and Scott keeping him close. Fastball high and outside. Almost acted like a pitch out. Fisk threw a strike to Remy, who applied the tag. 2 down. Bases empty for Hal McRae. Tiant rubs up the baseball. Puts it back in his glove. Steps up on the mound. Corkscrew delivery by El Tiante to Hal McRae. 0-2 count. McRae in the hole. Pops it up. And Fisk makes the catch in front of home plate on the dirt. Side retired. Good job by Tiant. Bottom of the 3rd. 1-0 Royals. 2 up for the Red Sox. Brohammer, Burleson, and Remy. Elin Olaf has joined us in the chat. How are you, my friend? Great job today on your baseball game that I was able to watch at lunch and a little after. Enjoyed it very much. It's very exciting. Check out EO Sports League with Elon. Here's Jack Brohammer. The Brohammer, 47 contact, 11 power, 72 eye, 28 bunting. In 78, he batted .234. 1 homer, 25 RBIs. He's in there because Butch Hobson's absolutely dreadful at third in 78. Brohammer, not terrific, but much better than Hobson. Here's the pitch to Brohammer. Looking to get things started. 1-0 count. Brohammer swings. And that's a ground ball to Patek. He throws to Lecoq. 1 down, scoring at home 6-3. As Elon says, he's doing well. Looks like a fun game. This is a fun game and it's free. So, can't complain about that. All the stadiums are loaded. The pitchers are ready to go. They have a file. You download, then upload into the game. It's beautiful. So here's Burleson. Burleson's 0 for 1. He struck out his first time up. Will the Rooster Crow in his second at-bat. Porter wiggles his finger, sets the target. Here's the pitch from Paul Splittorff. 1-1 count. Burleson swings. Ball goes to left side. And it's down into the corner. Hurdle chases it. But Burleson easily cruises into second with a 1-out double. Tying run at second for the Rem Dog, Jerry Remy, Fall River, Massachusetts native. He's 0 for 1 today. Again, try to drag bunt. That Lecoq made a wonderful play and flipped to Splittorff covering the bag. Remy with an RBI opportunity here. Here's the pitch from Splittorff to Remy. Burleson at second, 1 out. 0-1 count. Remy swings. Right side. And Lecoq makes the play on the line out. Burleson stays put, 2 outs. Jim Rice, the 78 MVP, steps to plate. He's 0 for 1 today. Burleson will be off on contact. White cheats close to the bag every once in a while to keep the Rooster honest. Rice digs in the right-hander's batter's box, ready to grip and rip. Splittorff gets the sign from Porter. The windup and the pitch to Jim Rice. 2-2 count. There goes Burleson. Rice swings. That ball goes out to the right side. Collins is there. He makes the catch in right field side. Retired. Burleson is stranded after the 1-out double. Top of the 4th, 1-0 Kansas City. Kansas City must win to stay alive. The Red Sox took the first 2 games in Kansas City in this best-of-5. 1 more win for Boston propels them to the World Series. Darrell Porter, 0 for 1. Digs in the left-hander's batter's box. Fisk flashes the signs. Corkscrew delivery by Tiant. Here's the pitch to Porter. Full count to Porter. Porter lines a shot to left. Drops in front of Yastrzemski. So Porter leads off the inning with a single. He's at first. Not a threat to run. 21 out of 100 base runner. Al Collins steps to the plate. He is 0 for 1. He reached on a 2-base error, throwing error by Tiant. Burleson and Remy hoping to turn 2 up the middle. Here's the pitch to Collins. 1-2 count. Collins swings. And he strikes out. Tiant expanded the zone with the fastball. He's been spotting his fastball beautifully. And 1 out, 1 on. Tiant's stamina is now down to 76. He's thrown 66 pitches. And he'll face Clint Hurdle. The Royals left fielder's 0 for 1 again. Burleson and Remy hoping to turn 2 and get out of the inning here for the Red Sox. Tiant takes a peek at first. Now looks in at the plate. Here's the pitch to Hurdle. Full count to Clint Hurdle. And that ball's hit left side. Brohammer going over near the dugout, and he makes the catch as Hurdle fouls out. 2 outs now. Porter will be off on contact. 1-0 Royals. Number 8 batter, Fred White, steps to plate. He is 0 for 1 with a strikeout. Tiant rubs up the baseball, puts it back in his glove, back up on the hill, toes the rubber. Takes a breath. Arms chest high. Corkscrew delivery. Here's the pitch to White. 0-2 count. Swing and a miss. Knuckle curve in the dirt. Side retired. Tiant goes bounding off the mound. Back to the Red Sox dugout. Bottom of the fourth. Red Sox trail by 1. 2 up for Boston. Yastrzemski, Fisk, and Lynn. Plays Paul Splittorff. He's gone 3 innings. 2 hits, no runs, walked 1, struck out 2. Gas is 1 for 1. Splittorff looks in. Here's the pitch to Yastrzemski. 0-1 count. Yes, swings. Right side. Diving play by White. Throws to Lecoq. 1 away. Nice play by Frank White. As Yastrzemski was bidding for his second hit. Here comes Carlton Fisk. Red Sox catcher walked his first time up. Porter wiggles the fingers. He deals to Fisk. 1-1 count. Fisk swings the lumber. That ball goes out to left field. Hurdle going back. And off his glove. And Fisk keeps running. He's at second base, and they're going to charge Clint Hurdle with an error in left. Tying run. At second, Carlton Fisk, not a tremendously fast runner, 37 out of 100. 3 errors committed in this game, 2 by the Red Sox, and now 1 by Kansas City. Here's Freddie Lynn. The center fielder's 0 for 1. He struck out the first time. Chance to tie the ball game up here. Splittorff looks over his shoulder. Now in at the plate. Nods his head. Porter sets the target. The windup and the pitch to Freddie Lynn. 1-1 count. Lynn swings. And that's a single. No, they're going to call it an error. I thought they were going to give him an infield hit. They're going to give Frank White a tough error. As he made a diving stop, popped up and dropped the ball on the transfer. So another error by the Royals. Each team with 2 now. Fisk at third, Lynn at first. Here comes Dwight Evans. Otis has 100 arm in center. Collins has 100 arm in right. Hurdle, the ugly stepchild, has a 22 arm in left. Evans is 0 for 1. Here's the pitch to Dewey. Tying run 90 feet away. Go ahead run at first. Evans awaits. 1-2 count on Evans. Sends the ball to short. Pontek makes the diving stop. Eats it. The runner scores from third on the infield hit. Our Evans has an RBI single. It's 1-1. So 1 out. Lynn represents the go-ahead run at second. Evans is at first, and George the Boomer Scott at the plate. Scott is 0 for 1. Herb Pilgrim has rejoined us in the chat. How are you, my friend? He says hello to everyone. All right. 1 out, 2 on. Splittorff deals to the Boomer. Looking to give the Red Sox the lead. 2-2 count. Scott up the middle. White backhands it. Only play is to first. For out number 2 advancing. Lynn to third. Evans to second. Nice job by White. Robbing Scott of a hit up the middle and an RBI. It's the second time the Boomer's been robbed. Pontek robbed him the first time. So 2 outs. Runners at second and third. Lynn, the go-ahead run 90 feet away for Jack Brohammer, the third baseman. He is 0 for 1. Can Brohammer come through in the clutch? Lefty-lefty matchup. Splittorff takes a deep breath. The windup and the pitch to Brohammer. 1-1 count. Brohammer swings. And to White. Over to Lecoq. Side retired. The Red Sox do tie it up thanks to 2 errors by Kansas City. We go to the top of the 5th. And it's knotted at 1. Game 3. Red Sox win. They advance to the World Series. Kansas City wins. They advance to the next day. 2 up for the Royals. Patek, Brett, and Lecoq. Freddie Patek 0 for 1. Tiant, 4 innings, 2 hits, 1 run, 2 walks, 3 strikeouts. Here's the pitch to Patek from Tiant. They're trying for a bunt. 2 strikes. Fielded by Tiant. He throws to Scott. 1 down. Nice play by Louis Tiant. Here's George Brett. Brett is 0 for 2. Another left-handed batter. Tiant nods his head. He whirls and dirls. Here's the pitch to Brett. Out of the corkscrew delivery. Full count. Brett doubles over Freddie Lynn's head to left center. And Brett's at second base with 1 out. Go-ahead run in scoring position. For Pete Lecoq, the first baseman is 0 for 2. Brett with excellent speed. Burleson cheats to try to keep him close. Tiant bluffs. Doesn't throw. Back up on the hill, Tiant. Toes the rubber. The windup and the pitch to Lecoq. 1 out. Brett at second. 1-1 ball game. 1-2 count on Lecoq. And he strikes him out. Again, fastball high and away. Tiant has spotted his heater very well. So 2 outs here in the top of the 5th. 1-1 ball game. Brett will be off on contact. And the leader in RBI for the Kansas City Royals is at the plate, Amos Otis. He has walked twice. On deck is Hal McRae. Fisk goes out to have a quick word with Tiant, now back behind the plate. Pudge sets up the target. Here's the pitch to Otis. 3-2 count. And Otis walks for a 3rd time. Wow. They pitch very carefully. Tiant seems to be struggling now, down to 71% stamina. Red Sox get bullpen activity up. Hal McRae is at the plate. He is 1 for 2. This could be Tiant's last batter. 1-1. Top of the 5th. 2 outs. The windup and the pitch to McRae. 2-0 count. Hitters count. McRae swings. And he singles past Burleson. And Brett is held up at 3rd. They did not challenge Lynn's arm of 100. So even with 2 outs, they didn't feel Brett had a good enough jump on the hard hit ball by McRae. And here's Darryl Porter. And this could be the end of Louis Tiant. Bases loaded. 1-1 ball game. 2 outs. He's at 67%. Let's take a look at our bullpen here. Bob Stanley is good to go if we want him. Campbell's still tired. Tom Bergmeyer. Lefty we could go with. Control 53. Quality of pitches 32. 85 miles per hour. He has to hit his spots, or he's going to get racked. This is what I don't like about Bergmeyer in 78. 4.40 earned run average. 2-1, 4 saves. But he only struck out 24 while walking 23. He has control issues. But it's lefty. I didn't bring him in game 1. I went Stanley. Or I went Drago, then Stanley, I think. No, I went Stanley, then Campbell in game 1. Drago has control issues. Stanley's our best pitcher out of the bullpen. Spot starter. 15-2 with 10 saves. Pitched in game 1. He's well rested now. 52 quality of pitches, 88 control. Velocity, again, doesn't throw very hard. He has to hit his spots. But he was 2.60 earned run average, 15-2 with 10 saves. struck out 56, walked 44. Drago had a lot of control issues. Bob Stanley will be coming in the ball game with the bases loaded and 2 outs in the top of the 5th. Tiant's day is done. Tiant is responsible for the bases loaded. Stanley's done with his warm-up tosses. Fisk has a word with him. 1-1 ball game. Moment of truth here for Bob Stanley and the Red Sox. Fisk sets the target. Stanley's steamer nods his head. The windup and the pitch to Porter. No place to put Darrell. Porter's going to swing at the first pitch. Pop, foul left side. Brohammers there. He makes the catch. Side retired. Stanley's steamer does the job. He leaves them loaded. To the tremendous applause here at Fenway as Stanley comes off the mound back to the dugout. We go to the bottom of the 5th, still knotted at 1. Tiant's day is done. And let's give you the final numbers on Louis Tiant. Tiant, 4 2/3. 4 hits, 1 run. It was unearned, but it should have been earned. It was his throwing error that helped the runner get on. Walked 3, struck out 4. Back to the ball game. Top of the order, Burleson, Remy, and Rice to face Paul Splittorff. Splittorff so far 4 innings, 3 hits, 1 run. It's 1 walk, 2 strikeouts. And I believe that run was unearned. Burleson 1 for 3 with a double. Here's the pitch to the Rooster. 2-2 count. Burleson swings. Up the middle. And Patek nabs it. But then drops it on the transfer. My God, another error on the Royals. It's been a sloppy fielding game for this Royal and Red Sox infield. 5 errors in total, 3 for the Royals, 2 for Boston. Go ahead run at first. Burleson not very fast, but Cock holding him on. Here's Jerry Remy. Remy will bunt him over. Sacrifice bunt. Remy lays it down. Porter fields it. Thinks about second, but goes to first for the sure out. 1 out. Burleson's in scoring position for Jim Rice. If they choose to walk Rice, Yastrzemski's on deck. Rice is 0 for 2. Burleson takes the lead. The windup and the pitch from Splittorff. 2-2 count. Rice swings. And he misses way out in front of the breaking pitch, so 2 outs. Burleson at second. The Rooster will be off on contact. Here's Yastrzemski, 1 for 2. On deck is Fisk. Lefty-lefty matchup. Can Captain Carl come through in a 1-1 ball game? Here's the pitch to Yaz. 3-2. There goes Burleson. Yastrzemski, pop up. Behind home plate. Porter throws the mask away. Now he's near the backstop, waiting for the ball to come down. He makes the catch. Splittorff pitches around the man at second. Side retired. We go to the top of the 6th. 1-1. Winner. If the Red Sox win, they advance to the World Series with a 3-game sweep. If the Royals win, they'll be back here for Game 4. Bob Stanley relieved Louis Tiant to get him out of the bases-loaded jam with 2 outs. He induced the pop-up to Brohammer from Porter. He'll face Collins, Hurdle, and White. Al Collins 0 for 2 with a K. Here's the pitch from Stanley to Collins. 1-2 count. Collins in the hole. Ball to the right side, and that will drop in front of Evans on the line shot to right. Go ahead run at first. Leadoff single Collins, 41 out of 100 base runner. Not very fast. Scott holding him on. Here's Clint Hurdle. Hurdle's 0 for 2 with a 2-base error in left. Burleson and Remy pinch the middle. Stanley looking to keep the ball low and induce a double play ball. Here's the pitch to Hurdle. 1-1 count. Hurdle sends the ball to shallow right. Remy calls off Evans and makes a wonderful running catch near the right field foul line. Collins stays put at first. So 1 out, 1 on for Frank White. He is 0 for 2 with 2 strikeouts. Stanley Steamer's ready. He deals to White. Collins attempts to steal the throw down, and he is safe. Wow, Collins caught him off guard. Fisk is throw. 1 hopped. Remy. Tag was late. Great base running by Al Collins, catching everyone off guard. So 1 out, Collins in scoring position. He represents the go-ahead run at second. White trying to avoid the hat trick for strikeouts. The windup and the pitch by Stanley. 1-2 count, White in the hole. Swing and a miss! Strike 3! Scroogey in the dirt. Fisk applies the tag. So White gets the hat trick and strikeout. So 2 outs, Collins will be off on contact. Freddie Patek, who's played pretty good defense but then made an error, is up with a chance to put the Royals ahead. Collins at second, 2 outs. Here's the pitch to the little general, Freddie Patek. 1-0 count, Patek swings the lumber. Right side, Remy has it, over to Scott's side, retired. Collins stranded at second. We go to the bottom of the 6th, still tied at 1. 2 up for Boston. Fisk, Lynn, and Evans to face Paul Splittorff. Splittorff still cruising along, stamina still 100%. He's not laboring at all. Here's the pitch to Fisk, who is 0 for 1 with a walk. Full count to Fisk. Right, left side. Patek up with it, over to Lecoq, 1 away. Now bring up Freddie Lynn. Center fielder 0 for 2 with a strikeout. Porter sets the target. Splittorff deals to Lynn. 2-0 count. Lynn will swing. Right side. That's going to get through. Base hit for Freddie Lynn. Go ahead run at first. Oregon is revving up the fans here at Boston. You don't have to rev them up too much. They've been rocking and rolling since the first pitch. 1-1 ball game. 1 out, bottom of the 6th. Go ahead run at first and Freddie Lynn. Dwight Evans at the plate. Evans 1 for 2 with an RBI. Here's the pitch to Dewey. 0-1 count. Evans swings. Jam. Pop up. Near the pitcher's mound. Who's going to call for it? And Porter calls off Lecoq. Makes the catch, 2 down. Now bring up the boomer, George Scott. Robbed of a hit by Freddie Patek. Then robbed of a hit by his partner in crime, Frank White at second. Lynn will be off on contact. Here's the pitch to Scott. 1-1 count. Boomer swings. And that's a double! To very deep right center. We're going to wave Freddie Lynn around with 2 outs. Will the relay throw get him? No! Lynn slides in safely. White's throw is too late. The Red Sox take a 2-1 lead on the clutch double with 2 outs by George the Boomer Scott. Wow. The hockey game took my voice from me. Scott's in scoring position for Brohammer. Brohammer's 0 for 2. Scott will be off on contact. Here's the pitch to Jack Brohammer. 2-2 count. Brohammer right side. Up with his White over to Lecoq's side. Retired, but the Red Sox go ahead on the 2-out double by the Boomer. George Scott. Lynn scored all the way from first, sliding in safely as the relay throw from White was late. Red Sox, top of the 7th, up 2-1. Stanley will face Brett, Lecoq, and Otis. George Brett 1 for 3 with a double. The windup and the pitch from Bob Stanley. 0-1 count. Brett swings. And that is off Evans' glove. And they're going to give Evans a tough error. That should have been a double. but they're going to give Evans the error as he was racing towards the right center field gap, and the ball went off his glove. He quickly recovered, but Brett was on his way to second. Tying run at second, no outs, 6 errors in the game, 3 apiece for the Royals and Red Sox. Here's Pete Lecoq. What's his bunting? 73. Stolen bases, they don't have sacrifices. 73 bunter. We're going to play our corners in and have the wheel play on for both, for third. So, corners are in. Brohammer in at third, Scott in at first. Bertelsen will be wheeling to third base bag. Here's the pitch to Lecoq. That ball is right back to Stanley, excuse me. And Stanley never looks the runner back as Brett was going on contact. He just went for the sure out at first, and that was not. Stanley should have possibly gotten Brett at third, but he went for the sure out. 1 out. Brett's 90 feet away from tying the game up. And here's Amos Otis. Otis has walked 3 times. 2-1. Otis is very fast. If we walked him, odds of turning 2 are tough. Red Sox will bring their infield in. So infield's in. Outfield straightaway and normal. Stanley's ready, nods his head. Here's the pitch to Otis, chance to tie it up. Brett 90 feet away, 3-1 count, hitters count. And Otis gets his 4th walk. So 1 out, 2 on. Brett the tying run at third, Otis the go-ahead run at first. And here's Hal McRae, 2 for 3. We're going to bring the infield in. Otis is going to steal. Otis is 100 out of 100 base runner. McRae, 97. We're not going to turn 2. Infield moves in again for the Red Sox. Fisk sets the target. Here's the pitch to McRae. 2-1 Red Sox. And that ball is a shallow fly ball to right. Evans comes in, makes the catch. Brett bluffs. Evans throws. Its ball is cut off. Brett returns back to third, so good job by Stanley. He's 1 out away now, and he'll face Darrell Porter, who's 1 for 3. Stanley rubs up the baseball. Back up on the hill, toes the rubber, peers in at Fisk. Here's the pitch to Porter. Runners will be off on contact. 2-1 Red Sox. Brett at third, Scott Otis at second, and now he steals. Fisk just eats the ball, doesn't even throw down. So Otis, the go-ahead run and scoring position at second now. Brett, the tying run at third. Stanley has to bear down here. 2-1 Red Sox. 2 outs, top of the 7th. Here's the pitch to Porter. Full count to Porter. And he walks. Bases juice for Al Collins, a right fielder. 1 for 3 with a strikeout. Stanley's stamina down to 87%. As we have a basketball update from Herb Pilgrim in the chat. 3+ minutes left. 96-95, Durant. So I take it he means Golden State. Ken Castro's joined us. How are you, Ken? Hope all is well. Ken, it's 2-1. Top of the 7th, 2 outs. Red Sox up by 1. Bases loaded. Collins at the plate. Fisk is done having a word with Stanley. Sets the target. The windup and the pitch from Stanley Steamer to Al Collins. 2-2 count. Cowan swings. Ground ball to Burleson. He flips to Remy. Side retired. Stanley slaps his hand and glove together. Comes bounding off the mound to the dugout. We go to the bottom of the 7th. The Red Sox cling to a 2-1 lead here in Game 3, hoping for the sweep that will propel them to the World Series. Top of the order, Burleson, Remy, and Rice to face Splittorff. Splittorff 6 innings, 5 hits, 2 runs, 1 walk, 3 Ks. Each team has 3 errors. Burleson 1 for 3, a strikeout and a double. Here's the pitch to the Rooster. 0-1 count, Burleson swings. And he pops out to Lecoq on the infield grass near first, 1 away. Jerry Remy steps to the plate. Remy is 0 for 2 with a sacrifice bunt. Here's the pitch to Remy from Splittorff, lefty-lefty. Remy swings at the first pitch. And he flies out to shallow left center. Hurdle makes the catch. 2 down. Organist plays charge as the MVP of 1978 for the American League. Jim Rice steps to the plate. Rice 0 for 3 with a strikeout. Rice homered twice to help propel the Red Sox to victory in Game 2 in Kansas City. The windup and the pitch from Splittorff to Rice. 2 outs, no one on. 1-1 count. Rice, shot to the left side. And that ball is gone! As that just kept carrying. Rice has another home run as that went over the monster. As it started off as a line drive and just kept going up, and away like a beautiful balloon. And to the fans here at Fenway, it sure was beautiful. 3-1. Red Sox, an important insurance run here. And here's Carl Yastrzemski, Captain Carl, 1 for 3. Here's the pitch to Yaz. Red Sox up 3-1. 2 outs, bottom of the 7th, 1-1 count. Yastrzemski, right side with the shot. And that's another single for Yaz. As Splittorff could be struggling now. Here comes Fisk. 2 outs, Yaz will be off on contact. Fisk 0 for 2 with a walk. He awaits the Splittorff delivery. Here's the pitch to Pudge. 1-1 count. Ground ball. Contact to Lecoq. Side retired. Damage done on the solo blast by Rice. 3-1 Red Sox, top of the 8th. Stanley at 87% stamina. Eland asks in the chat, "Hey Al, did you know that Inside Sports just came out with a golf game?" Oh, cool. I like the Inside. I checked out the Inside Sports games. It's just I've invested in so many other games. I really like the pitcher-batter, how you roll for both cards. I think that's pretty cool. The only thing I don't like, you can't sim games you're not playing. You literally have to play every game if you want to do a complete season replay. They should come up with a sim engine for the computer, because you're really playing for both teams. I do like it. I watch you play it. I watch, and that's EO Sports League. Check that channel out with Evan. I watch ID Gesture play it. Another great channel. And Higher Ground Gaming with Eric. Another great channel. But I will have to check it out. I've invested so much in other baseball games. Alright, here's Hurdle. And it'll be followed by White and Patek. Stanley 2 1/3 innings, 1 hit, no runs, 2 walks, and a strikeout. Here's the pitch to Clint Hurdle. Righty-lefty matchup. 3-1 Red Sox, 1-2 count. Hurdle, right side. Will that ball drop in, or can Evans get to it? Evans plays it safely on a hop. Lead-off single. As Stanley is struggling, down to 79%. Red Sox get bullpen action up. It looks like Trago and Bergmeyer. This could be Stanley's last batter. Neither team has turned a double play. Wouldn't the Red Sox love one now? Tying run at the plate, Frank White 0 for 3 with 3 strikeouts. Here's the pitch to White. Back to Stanley. He fires to Burleson on the Scott, double play. And just like that, there's 2 outs, bases empty. Great job by Stanley Steamer. Snaring the hard hit ball back at him. Throws to Burleson perfectly, who came right across the second base bag. As smooth as silk, and on to Scott. 1-6-3. Double play, 2 outs, bases empty. The little general Freddie Patek at the plate, 0 for 3. Here's the pitch to Patek. 2-1 count. Patek, left side, past the dive of Burleson. Patek, an excellent base runner, 100 out of 100. Brett comes to the plate representing a tying run. George Brett 1 for 4 with a double. Stanley down to 77%. 2 outs, top of the 8th. Brett's a lefty. McCock's a lefty. Otis is a righty. Gonna go to Tom Bergmeyer. Let's take a look at Bergmeyer. Once again. We're gonna go to the lefty-lefty matchup. Hope Bergmeyer can get the 3rd and final out here in the top of the 8th with a runner at first. Bergmeyer it is. Stanley seems to be scuffling now. So here's Bergmeyer getting his first appearance in these playoffs. So Tom Bergmeyer. 32 quality of pitches out of 100. So that's not good. Control, 53 out of 100. Maxes out around 85 miles per hour. Endurance, 69. That's 73 pitches. All we want him to do is get this out. Again, in 78, ERA 4.40. 2-1 with 4 saves. Walked 23, struck out 24. Moment of truth here for Tom Bergmeyer and the Red Sox. Patek at first. Brett, the tying run at the plate. The windup and the pitch. 0-2 count on Brett. Ball's hit to the left side. Down the line. Yastrzemski chases it. They're going to attempt to score Patek. We're going to throw for the plate. And Patek scores. And Brett advances to 3rd. The relay throw by Burleson was not in time. So it's 3-2. Bergmeyer does not do his job. And now Pete Lecoq with 2 outs. A chance to tie it up here. The run will be charged to Stanley. His day is done. He can only win it, cannot lose it. Brohammer has a word with Fisk. Drago quickly warming. He seems ready, but we'll stick with the lefty-lefty matchup. Here's the pitch to Lecoq, tying run with 2 outs at 3rd and Brett, top of the 8th, 3-2 Red Sox. Bergmeyer. Lecoq swings at the first pitch. Fly ball to left. Yastrzemski makes the running catch. In shallow left side, retired. The Red Sox hang on by the hair of their chinny chin chin. We go to the bottom of the 8th, 3-2 Red Sox, 3 outs away from advancing to the World Series now. So Brohammer very shakedly gets them out of the top of the 8th. He does give up an inherited runner. Splittorf still on the mound. He's gone 7 innings, 7 hits, 3 runs. Walked 1, struck out 3. I believe at least one of those runs is not earned, possibly 2. Both teams have committed 3 errors. Freddie Lynn 1 for 3 with a strikeout. The windup and the pitch from Splittorf. 0-2 count on Lynn. Ball out to the left side, left field. And Hurdle cannot get there. It dinks in. Lynn goes the other way. Lynn's at first, a very important insurance run. And here comes Dwight Evans, 1 for 3 with a ribby. Another nail biter in this series. Cock holding Lynn on. Here's the pitch to Evans. 1-2 count. Evans in the hole. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. Chased out of the zone. 1 out, 1 on, and here comes the boomer, George Scott. He doubled in Lynn with his only hit. Can he do it again? Here's the pitch to the boomer. Scott swings at the first offering. And he singles up the middle. Lynn will stay put at second as Amos Otis has a cannon for an arm. So the boomer, an unlikely hero, 2 for 4 with a double, a single, and an RBI. And here's Jack Brohammer. And Brohammer might be called back now. Take a quick look at Brohammer. 47 contact. Looks like Hobson has grabbed a bat in the dugout. .58 contact for Hobson, 66 power, 71 I. 250. 17 homers, 80 RBI. Hobson will come out to pinch hit. Big moment here. So Duffy will come in to play third, most likely. Hobson on the on deck circle, warming up, and now he approaches the right-hander's batter's box. So 1 out, Lynn at second, Scott at first. Here's Butch Hobson. Porter has a word with Splittorff, now back behind the plate. Goes through the sign, sets the target. Here's the pitch to Hobson. 1 out, 2 on, 3-2 Red Sox. Hobson swings at the first pitch. Hard hit ball left side, and it drops in for a single. Burleson's on deck. Lynn's speed is 30 out of 100. Clinton Hurdle has an arm of 22 out of 100. The ball is shallow. We're going to hold Freddie Lynn. So Hobson comes through in the clutch. Bases loaded, 1 out for the Rooster, Rick Burleson. He needs to hit a fly ball deep if he hits it to center or right, as Otis and Collins have 100 arms. Hurdle, again, a very weak arm of 22 and not really good range of 28. The Roosters 1 for 4, a strikeout and a double. Wouldn't he love to lift one over the monster and give the Red Sox a 7-2 lead. Splittorff is ready. He deals to the Rooster. 2-0 count. Hard hit ball. Past the dive of Patek. Lynn scores. Scott is held at third. 4-2 Red Sox. A huge insurance run. The Royals were playing back for 2. Patek dove for the ball. He went by him. And here's Jerry Remy. 1 out, bases loaded, 4-2 Red Sox. Remy is 0 for 3. Again, it looks like the Royals will play for 2. Scott, 32 out of 100 base runner at third. Hobson, 64 at second. Burleson, 35 at first. Here's the pitch to Remy. He's swinging away. No squeeze play. Full count on Remy. And Remy hits a shot that's going to burn Otis to left center. That's going to clear the bases. Jerry Remy has just tripled, and that could be the final nails in the coffin as those 3 runs score. 7-2 Boston, and Remy claps his hands at third base. The fans at Fenway start singing as they're punching their tickets to the World Series. And here's Jim Rice. Splittorff has now been reeling on the ropes. Let's see if they stick with him. They do. 3-1 count to Rice. Rice, that ball is gone! Rice gets his second homer over the monster. 9-2. Wow, the Red Sox explode for 6 runs in the bottom of the 8th. 1 out. Here's Yastrzemski. And that's it. Probably a couple of batters too late. The Mad Hungarian, oh no, that's Doug Bird, comes in to relieve Paul Splittorff, who was pitching pretty good until the bottom of the 8th, and he gives up 6 runs. Bird's done with his warm-up dodges. Here's the pitch to Yaz. 1-0 count. Yastrzemski swings. Ground ball. And that's through the left side. Oh boy. Oh boy. As they play charge. Are we all getting that queasy feeling, people? Yaz that first one out. Fisk comes to plate 0 for 3 with the walk, the windup, and the pitch from Bird. Fisk swings at the first pitch. Back to Bird, over to Lecoq, 2 down. Yastrzemski advances to second. Here's Freddie Lynn. He awaits the Bird offering. The pitch comes homeward bound. 2 outs. Yaz off on contact. 1-2. Lynn swings. Grounded to Patek. He throws to Lecoq. Side retired. But the Red Sox, like Vesuvius, erupt for 6 runs. We go to the top of the 9th. The Red Sox have a commanding 9-2 lead. On the hill is Bergmeyer. He'll face Otis, McRae, and Porter. Let's just check the righty, lefty. We're going to go to Dick Drago for the final 3 outs, hopefully. Red Sox 3 outs away from advancing with a sweep of the Royals in this American League Championship Series after defeating the Yankees in the 1-game playoff. Jim Rice has powered them to these victories. Oh, crud. Here's the pitch from Bergmeyer to Otis. 0-1 count. Otis swings. Fly, pop up to Hobson. And he makes the catch. We left Hobson in at third. That's okay. That's okay. 1 out. So we're going to stick with Bergmeyer. He'll face Al McRae. McRae 2 for 4. Lefty Porter on deck. Here's the pitch from Bergmeyer to McRae. 2-0 count. McRae swings. And that's a single to left. And here's Darryl Porter. This will be Bergmeyer's last batter. Scott playing behind McRae at first. Red Sox 2 outs away from the World Series. A return trip. They were there in '75. Lost an epic series to the Reds. The windup and the pitch to Porter. McRae steals second without a throw. Ball's called a strike. So 1 out. McRae's at second. Once again, the windup and the pitch to Porter. 1-2 count. Ground ball to Remy. Over to Scott. 2 down. McRae advances to third. Drago's ready in the pen. We're going to stick with Bergmeyer. Red Sox on the top step of the dugout. Fans on their feet. Al Collins, the right fielder, 1 for 4 with the strikeout. Bergmeyer takes a deep breath. The lefty, the windup, and the pitch to Collins. 0-2 count on Collins. Hot, foul territory. Scott racing towards the dugout. Remy calls it off and makes the catch. The Red Sox win 7-9-2 and advance to the World Series. Unbelievable. They will face the winners, the winner of the Dodger-Philly series. Dodgers are up, so we shall see. What a game as the celebration goes on here at Fenway Park. The Red Sox advance 9-2. They explode for 6 runs in the bottom of the 8th off Splittorff. As Whitey Herzog had no faith in his bullpen, he stuck with Splittorff 2 batters too long. Rice had 2 home runs. Remy tripled to clear the bases in this game. Bob Stanley gets the win. The save goes to Tom Bergmeyer. The loss goes to Paul Splittorff. The Red Sox sweep the Royals 3-0 and advance to the World Series here in 1978. Retro replay using strategy baseball. Wow. D. Scott Howard in the chat says, sad news, Red Shane Dean passed away at the age of 95 today. That stinks. God rest his soul. Rest in peace, Red. They had a picture on Twitter of him and Stan Musial, but they didn't say what I just read. They didn't say that he passed away. It just said he was a great guy. I should have thought of that. All right, well, the Red Sox win here. And in our retro replay, using strategy baseball, no glitch here in Game 3, thank God. I thought about it for a second when the bottom of the 8th happened. But let's go to the box score. And let me move my ugly mug for a moment. And back to the game. All right, first I'd like to thank you, Herb Pilgrim, D. Scott Howard, Elin Olaf. Check out that wonderful channel, EO Sports League with Elin. Ken Castro, thank you very much. D. Scott Howard, Beatles Eternally. JD, thank you. Check out his wonderful channel. He helps moderate my channel, and he's also an author. He has an audio book up on YouTube called The Politician Murders. He's working on his novel that he's editing. So thank you very much. And thank you again to Beatles Eternally for finding this free game for the FOC and the community. Great job, Beatles. Hats off. Tip of the cap to everyone once again. Herb says, oh, rest in peace, Red. I agree. And Herb says, before we go to the box, I noticed a new version of the game on the site today out. Yes, thank you, Herb. Beatles told me. I didn't want to fool around with any type of download. I wanted to get this game over with after the glitch of the prior Game 3. Which helped give us a lot of exposure to the channel and the community, because we've got some decent views on that for a small channel. So it all worked out. We had fun. We had some laughs. And we got some views to help expose my channel, the community, the wonderful people in the chat. So hopefully we continue to grow and have more and more fun. We already have fun. So, all right. Again, Tiant went 4 2/3, no decision. He struggled. 4 hits, 1 run, no earned runs as the Red Sox committed 3 errors. 2 of them, Tiant committed 1 himself though. Walked 3, struck out 4. He struggled. Stanley got the win. He went 3 innings, 3 hits, 1 run. It was earned. Walked 2, struck out 1. He was not stellar. Bases loaded. Tom Bergmeyer got out of the jam. Gets the save, but he went 1 1/3. Did give up an inherited runner. That was Stanley's. He gave up 2 hits, no runs, no walks. In an inning and a third, he gets a save. Splittorff, 7 1/3 innings, takes the loss. 13 hits, 9 runs, 8 of them earned. 1 walk, 4 Ks. The big inning for the Red Sox, the 6th inning bottom of the 8th when they erupted. Whitey Herzog will be kicking himself in the head. They're already trailing by 1. And he didn't go to his bullpen. I probably would have went to Quisenberry or something like that. But he waited too long, went to Doug Bird, who pitched 2/3 of an inning, gave up a hit, no runs, no walks, no strikeouts. Red Sox advanced 3-0. Brett 2 for 5. He had 2 doubles and a run batted in. Average for the series, 364. Pete Lecoq 0 for 4. He struck out. His average was 143. Amos Otis was 0 for 1. He walked 4 times. His batting average 222. They pitched very carefully to Otis in this series, the Royals' main RBI guy. Hal McRae 3 for 5. He batted 364. No runs knocked in, though. Darrell Porter 1 for 4. Walked once. He batted 167. Al Collins 1 for 5 with a run scored and a strikeout. He batted .214. Clint Hurdle 1 for 4. 167 batting average. Frank White 0 for 4, 3 strikeouts, .231 batting average. Freddie Patek 1 for 4 runs scored. He batted .364 for the series. The Royals 36 at bats, 2 runs, 9 hits, 2 doubles, a homer, walked 5 times, struck out 5 times. For the Red Sox, MVP goes to Jim Rice. He batted .467. And I don't know if we can get the exhibition stats. Probably we can. We'll check those out real quick, maybe. Burleson 2 for 5, 1 run scored, a double, an RBI, a strikeout. He batted .357. Remy, the bases clearing triple, knocked in 3, 1 for 4 runs scored. He batted .250. Rice 2 for 5, 2 runs scored, 2 homers, 3 ribbies, 1 strikeout, batted .467. Yastrzemski 3 for 5, batted .467. But Rice had 4 home runs. And we're going to check that out. I think we can go under teams and see the complete stats, I believe. Fisk 0 for 4 with a run scored. A walk, he batted .231. Freddie Lynn 2 for 5 with 2 runs scored, a strikeout. He actually got his average up to .214. Evans 1 for 4, RBI, a strikeout, batted .231. George the Boomer Scott had a very good day. 2 for 4 runs scored, a double, knocked in a run. .231 average. Jack Brohammer 0 for 3, batted 100. Butch Hobson, in his only he had his second pitch hitting appearance. In this game, he was 1 for 1 with a run scored. He batted .500. He was 1 for 2. Red Sox 40 at bats, 9 runs, 14 hits, 2 doubles, 1 triple, 2 homers, 9 runs batted in, 1 walk, struck out 4 times. Red Sox advanced 9-2, advanced with a sweep. They go on to play, and we've just got word the Dodgers have beaten the Phillies. It will be the Dodgers and the Red Sox in the 1978 World Series. So let's close this. Let's go to Boston. Let's see if we can get some stats here. Team statistics. And because it's an exhibition, it's not going to keep them. Oh, that stinks. They got to change that. Well, Jim Rice is the MVP. They got to change that. Beatles, if you're watching later, they got to change that. They don't keep the stats for exhibition. Do we have any other team reports? Let's check that. No. Let's click on Rice. They got to change that. The stats have to be kept whether it's a season or an exhibition. That's what people like about baseball, stats. Check out Rice. Okay. Career stats. Oh, here it is. Okay. So they keep it under okay. Jim Rice in 3 games and 15 at-bats, had 7 hits, 4 runs knocked in, 4 home runs, drove in 6. So he's the MVP. He batted .467. So that's it. Jim Rice is the MVP. You got to go under the player picture and then go career stats. They keep the stats here. I think they should also keep the stats. It's just logical. Team statistics. I would think you should keep it here also. It should populate. You're playing an exhibition, so it should populate. That's all. Anyway, Red Sox win. Let's go back to games. Red Sox win 9-2. They sweep the Royals. They advance to face the Dodgers. As we got late news, it'll be the Dodgers in the 78 World Series. We'll pick up the World Series probably, what's today, Wednesday? Maybe over the weekend. If not, we'll start something on Monday. So, once again, thank you very much. Health and happiness. Thank you for taking time out, spending it with me. I greatly appreciate it. Hope you enjoyed. Until next time, again, health and happiness. God bless. Watch out for the curveball in the dirt, the big left hook, and peace!